Hey Aries, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be for the middle of September. I'm saying like the 16th to the 22nd. I hope you guys are doing really well today. Two things I want to mention about the astrology this week. We have first on the 17th, we have the new moon in Virgo. That's going to be trining Saturn, which is really nice, right? This is like practical Virgo with slow and steady Saturn. You know, we like these two together. They like hanging out together. This is about problem solving. This is about clarity. This is about seeing stuff for what it is. But it's going to be in tension with Mars retrograde. And I want to explain kind of really how I'm seeing this, right? It's like all the checkers are on the board. All the chess pieces are on the board. All the cards are out on the table. Whatever kind of metaphor you want to sort of align with is like everything is out on the table. It's going to be laid out in front of all of us, our options, desires, just feeling a little bit closer to what it is that we really want to see. There's going to be greater clarity, like the shades are going to be lifted, right? At least more than they've been, right? Through all of these heavy retrograde energies, it's been really hard to see a lot of clarity. Now, the thing is with Mars retrograde, you need to understand what Mars retrograde means. It doesn't mean Mars is going backwards and there are going to be, you know, all kinds of necessarily, obviously on a global level, yes, there's a lot of external fighting going on, of course, you know, because Mars is the warrior planet. But on an intrapersonal level, right? In your close relationships and also just within your own self. Mars pulls us in so that we can get in touch with what our rightful path is and what it is that we really belong in and what we don't belong in. Because remember, the Mars is the tower energy, right? The tower card, that's Mars. Mars comes in and says, you don't belong in that path, honey. You got to go this way, right? And will take you off of that path, whether you want it or not, right? But now when Mars goes retrograde, Mars is giving us the opportunity to kind of do some self-reflection and really think about within our own self, you know, how can we fix this or how can we release it, right? Whatever it is, having to do with that job, or the way we deal with money, that relationship, whatever it is, how can we do that? So there is this tension there because you're going to have these realizations about how you want to approach things, what you want for yourself moving forward, but you're not going to be able to put everything into motion yet because there's something else that you need to see in all of this. But yet there's going to be a lightness because there is going to be some clarity here, which is good. We do have optimistic Jupiter is going to be in harmony with Neptune, making all of us feel just a smidge idealistic, a smidge dreamy. Jupiter is going to be in tension with Mercury and Libra, creating a frustration in like communication. But more than anything, I think most of us are going to be frustrated in figuring out exactly what we need to know right now in order to make a particular situation happen in the way that we see it happening in our mind's eye, having to do with that career, having to do with that relationship, having to do with that financial situation, that friendship, that family circumstance. It's like you see it in your mind's eye, it's all laid out. You know what you have to do. But now it's like, okay, first of all, A, is this the right thing for you? And then B, what do you have to do in order to really make that happen? And that's going to just sort of be the vibe of the week, okay? I did want to mention that. So let's focus on the cards. We're going to start with a yes-no read, pull some clarifiers. Then we're going to pull a layered, oh, a crystal just fell. An amber crystal just fell. That's good luck, my friends. I like that. Somebody is trying to tell you something. Somebody's trying to send you a message, Aries. Very nice. I like that. So let's formulate a question, yes or no. It's the same question, full sentence format, 3 times in a row, the same way. One question, full sentence, ask it the same way, 3 times in a row as you're looking at the cards. We'll pull these, pull some clarifiers. I'm going to do a double Celtic cross spread tonight, okay? Then I'm going to sweep all of those. We're going to pull some Lenormand and then just do Love Oracle only at the end. Messages. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. First card, Justice. That's a yes card. Second card, Seven of Cups. That is a no card. Third card, Five of Coins. That is a no card. Aries, whatever your question is, the answer is no. Even though we got one yes, and we get two no's and a yes, the answer is no. And now let's pull some clarifiers and see why. We have the Two of Wands, the Four of Swords, clarifying that. Four of Cups and the Ten of Coins, clarifying the Seven of Cups. And we have the Nine of Cups. And we have the King of Coins in the reverse there. Got one single reversal. Okay, so we have the Justice energy, you know, in the upright is, this is Libra, this is 7th house of partnerships. This is about Venusian. How do you feel in this job? How do you feel in this relationship? Is everybody showing up the way that they're supposed to be showing up? I'm really asking the big questions here in this connection. You know, this is kind of like a cause and effect kind of thing, right? But the truth is coming out. There's a truth coming out about something within the relationship, about a person, some sort of realization, sort of epiphany, realization about a job. Could be a realization that, you know, wait a minute, do I even belong in this job anymore? Do I belong in this industry? You know, really kind of asking these big questions. And then we have the Two of Wands as a clarifier. So the Two of Wands, you know, is a Mars and Aries energy. And whenever we have Mars and Aries, it's all about a fresh path and a new perspective. So I have to tell you, I'm not getting this as, because this here, for the two, first of all, is waiting for the results of something, making a choice. Some of you may be trying to create some sort of travel plans for yourself, which is probably a little challenging right now. But there is this element of waiting for results, right? And you're in this space of waiting. So maybe you're waiting for that job. You're waiting for this project to come through. You're waiting for the financial aspects of this business opportunity to come through. You're waiting for that person to call. You know, you're waiting to, you're really trying to be very patient within this relationship, right? Whatever it is. But then we have the Four of Swords, which is all about retreating and resting, renewal, solitude. You're recovering from something here. So there's some sort of recovery as you're waiting, because some truth is coming out here. So that could have to do with a relationship. This could have to do with a job. So this could have to do with the reality of something. Maybe you lost your job, you needed to leave your job, this relationship ended, or maybe just something happened in the relationship with some sort of like new reality, you know, was put upon the relationship, and you're in this space of like retreating. So here we have the Seven of Cups energy. So with the Seven of Cups energy, it's like too many choices, right? Now, for some of you, this could be commitment issues if you're dealing with relationship, either you or them. The energies could always be vice versa because this is a general reading. But lots of choices. And the thing is, these choices are typically accompanied by red flags, by rose-colored glasses, feeling like there are so many options out there, but yet at the end of the day, a lot of them end up falling through. But there's definitely transformation going on here, right? Keeping in mind, this is a Venus and Scorpio energy. Whenever we have Scorpio, we have Pluto. Pluto's about transformation, and Venus has to do with money. It has to do with love. It has to do with things we value. So there's transformation in the things that you value. So the what you value may be changing. Like your value system may be changing right now. What do you think of relationship? What do you think of career? What is your relationship to money? All of these things may be changing right now, right? Now, clarifying that Seven of Cups, that confusion, we have the Four of Cups energy. So with the Four of Cups energy, we have this like apathetic, right, kind of feeling, right? Feeling very unfulfilled in whatever it is that you're doing. So you could be feeling very unfulfilled in the relationship, in the job, whatever it is. But as I always say with the Four of Cups energy, you must go deep with this, my friends. You really, really do. Because you may not be as ready for this level of commitment that you think you are, having to do with that career, having to do with that relationship, whatever it is. You know, this could give a person the feeling like, am I ever going to be in a relationship where I just feel total peace? Am I ever going to be in that job, you know, in a way that I just feel really good about what I'm doing? And the answer is yes, you will, but you need to look a little deeper inside yourself and see what your sticking points are right now. What is the real problem in the relationship? Like, is what your partner doing, or the person that you're dealing with, the family member, the friend, whatever, are they pushing certain buttons in you that maybe were never healed from a past relationship? What is it that this boss or these employees, or the not being as successful as you would like to be in your career right now, or whatever circumstance you're going through with money, what is it really making you feel? It's not only about not having money. And I know a lot of you guys are like, no, seriously, it's like that I don't have enough money. But you got to go deeper than that. What does not having enough money make you feel? And I know that seems like kind of like moot. Like, why even bother with that? Well, because sometimes you have to get to the underbelly of that and call that out. Call that little scared pink part of ourselves out and say, you know what? I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of being considered a failure. I don't want my children to look at me negatively. I want to be happy with my spouse, or I want to be happy just in my own skin and feel really good about what I'm contributing to society. And that's what not having enough money makes me feel like, right? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm used to using that, giving that as an example, but that's really what I'm vibing here. But then we have the 10 of coins. The 10 of coins can mean, for some of you, you really want to get married. You want to get married, you want to level up, you want to leave some sort of, like I'm getting very much like a 10th house vibe here, where it's like you really want to feel leave some sort of, like lineage is what I would, or a gift to your lineage, like what you leave behind. I can't think of the word, but you know what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm feeling here, right? But this is Mercury in Virgo. So whenever we have Mercury, I mean, Mercury is all about the day-to-day. Virgo is about Mercury, because Mercury rules the 3rd house and the 6th house, right? It was Gemini and Virgo. So this is all about needing to learn something that's going to be really very easily transitioning into benefiting your day-to-day. So this has to do with so what you do today is going to build on your tomorrow, taking the little steps in everything that you do. But you may be feeling very disillusioned in needing to do that. But I do see it going well if you can do it, but I don't see it going in the way that you would ultimately like. That doesn't mean it's not positive. It just means that it's going to be, Aries, what I see is what you have in your mind's eye as far as your career, what you have in your mind's eye as far as what you want in this relationship, how you see things happening is not how it's going to go, but it's going to go really well. It's just not going to go the way you thought. So it's not going to happen exactly the way you thought. Now we have the 5 of coins, which I always call this one, this is kind of like the card of bereavement, almost like this psychological death kind of thing. Some of you, this could be an illness, first of all, absolutely, it could be an illness, but it's this feeling of not having. All right, it's this feeling of not having. It's like a poverty mindset, right? So I always call this like the lack mentality. This could be ill health, this could be worry, isolation, financial loss kind of thing, having to do with obviously a career, some sort of financial situation, but it can also have to do with a relationship and just feeling that sense of just deep bereavement when you're no longer together. Now, if you were in a situation where you guys were sharing a life, where you guys look at living together, this could also mean like, a change in your financial situation because the relationship broke up. It could be that. Then we have the 9 of Cups, and then we have the King of Coins in reverse. So let's just talk about the King of Coins in reverse for a second. This tells me like jealousy. There's somebody who's jealous, somebody who does not have a lot of follow through. So whereas this could be you, or this could be the person that you're dealing with. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of follow through, but lots of dreams, but not a lot of follow through on those dreams. Okay, so, and this could be creating either you or your partner. Again, these could always be flipped, right? Because it's a general reading of somebody feeling in this space of lack. Because it's like lots of dreams, not a lot of follow through, lots of dreams, not a lot of follow through. So that's what's happening there. Okay. See what other kind of messages we can get. So let's get right into pulling a Celtic horse spread with qualifiers. Okay. So, guys, I do want to mention, like, as far as the reversals go, not all reversals are bad. And I've been kind of saying this in the videos because I get a lot of messages where letting me know, like, that they clicked off the video if they saw a lot of reversals. I mean, I would hope that you wouldn't, if you click off because you don't like me, that I could take. But don't click off because of reversals, because a lot of times they actually bring more positive messages than in the upright. You have to sort of take everything together, right, holistically. And there's a reason why we acknowledge reversals. And we're energetic human beings. We could turn anything we want really upright, you know. We're not puppets to all of this. Thank goodness for that, right? As I always say, it's not a prescription, it's a hypothesis. Whenever we're talking about tarot or astrology, anything like that. Alrighty, so let's get right into this. Let's start with, let's do crystal visions for the first layer. Situation right now. Okay. Swords in the upright. So looks like something ended. So again, this could have to do with a job. Could all of these reverse? Look at this, how I jinxed myself. They're not all reversed, but we have quite a few. We got the Lovers upright in your fear position. Okay. All right. So I'm going to layer and then actually address both at the same time. I just feel like it works more smoothly like that. All right. So let's pull clarify for the 10 of Wands reverse. All that means is that some sort of cycle, let's see, that's more positive. Some sort of cycle's over. We got the 10 of Swords in the past, and then we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Some cycle has finished. Clarifying, we have the 10 of Cups. Justice energy for that one. We have the Wheel. We have the King of Wands. Okay, let's just pull everybody. Lots of desire in the past, for sure. I like Temperance as the qualifier for the outcome. That's nice. Good. Okay. For the near future, rather. Not the outcome. So we have here, we have 10 of Wands and we have 10 of Cups, two different decks, right? So we have the 10 of Wands and we have the 10 of Cups as the situation right now. So when we have the 10 of Wands, first of all, the 10, when we're talking about Wands or Swords, it's the end of a cycle. So we have this idea where there's this new start, there is this recovery, there's some sort of taking a break from something, finally saying no to something, and it's in the saying no that there ends up being some sort of like a recovery within you. You understand? And it's like lightening something up, right? So lightening up your load, right? Because the 10 of Wands, really, I always call it the multitasker energy. It's where you're doing 100 things during your day in 3D, and then at the same time, you have all of these things on your mind, and it's just, it's like the card of overwhelm. But in the reverse, I like it in the reverse because this tells me that the overwhelm happened already in the past and you put it down already. And we got the 10 of Cups in the reverse. And the 10 of Cups in reverse is still positive, okay? It is still positive, but right now there's something that needs to be addressed. So this can indicate family trouble. This could indicate some of you struggling with like some sort of like empty nest syndrome. Some of you struggling with a broken marriage. Some of you in a job that didn't work out. A dream that wasn't able to come to fruition, and just really like in a space of understanding that like this is sort of just like what it is right now. Okay, now these energies are being crossed by the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the Justice energy. So I mean, this idea of this maybe this dream career situation, it didn't come out, and you're not able to ask somebody, it's not going as you would really like, and you're not able to ask somebody for their hand in marriage, you know, if this is like what you're thinking about, because the 10 of Pentacles is it can be a marriage energy, right? But it's also about leaving a legacy, right? For some of you, it's about retirement. For some of you, it's about inheritance. Could be any of these energies, but also it's about really wanting to just have enough, have that connection in a relationship, have the money, just really wanting to be there already, really, really wanting to be there. And we have the Justice energy, and the Justice upright is about, this is the 7th house, this is Libra, It's about, you know, that seventh house of partnerships and really getting in touch with what it is that, you know, is necessary here. Focusing on what's needed. Okay, this is like about cause and effect, the truth coming out of a situation, just being very realistic. Focusing on the truth of a situation. Focusing on the truth of, you know what, okay, look, I don't like it, but I have to retire. Or the truth coming out about, in a good way, it could be a truth coming out about some sort of inheritance. What's fair, what's not fair, though, right? I mean, you might be dealing with having to do with siblings, having to do with that. What's fair, what's not fair, having to do with this work situation, whatever it is. So the crowning energy here, we have the wheel, which is ruled by the justice energy, Jupiter, rather. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, when we're dealing with the Five of Pentacles reverse, it's about, in the reverse, it's about a new job or a new home, hope returning, recovery. Again, some reversals are a lot more positive, right? So that's, you know, this is what I'm getting here, okay? And we have the wheel. So I like this, guys. I really do. I like this because the wheel, again, is ruled by Jupiter, which is all about luck and expansion, but it's also very destiny driven. So this is about good fortune, but a turning point. There's a turning point that's going on in your life right now. There's a turning point that's going on in your life right now that has to do with some sort of newness. So if it's not a new job or a new hope, there's some sort of hope returning, some sort of recovery. Maybe happening within a relationship, or you're reconnecting with somebody, or you're healing that family connection, whatever that is. That's going to be crowning the relationship, crowning the best to be achieved, rather, out of the situation. And now the foundation, we have two more reversals. We have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the King of Wands. So the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is giving up too soon, right? This could be some sort of laziness, work with no reward, you know, not really having the gumption that's necessary to put into something. And then when we have the King of Wands in reverse, this is about dealing with some sort of bully. This could be within a relationship. This could indicate some sort of sexual issue, some sort of sexual problems occurring within the connection. This can indicate some sort of weakness, feeling just like not ready for something yet. So maybe you really want to take on something, Aries, like you really want to take on a project or a role or get back into that relationship or get into a relationship in the first place, but you're just not feeling ready. Right, because Wands in the upright is all about having a lot of motivation to move forward, really wanting to kind of get out there and do your thing, right? But in the reverse, no. Now, this could also indicate somebody being a little too domineering and dominant in the sexual realm, you know, where somebody is a little too much of like a player mentality. So you're going to know if that resonates with you. So these are all the different ways it could resonate with you if you're dealing with a player. You're going to know if you're going to know if you are somebody who's now this could also be indicative of a bully within the work environment, you know, anything like that. But it's like the mental, but you could also be feeling bullied by no one in particular. In other words, by the structure or the restrictions of something, if that makes sense. Because there's this delay, right? Because whenever we have Wands in reverse, there's delay. There's just not lack of moving forward. So you could be feeling very restricted at the same time. And feeling that restriction, Aries, can be very demotivating, especially for an Aries. Because you guys are like, let's go, right? You want to get up and go. It could be very demotivating. So with the Seven of Pentacles energy, it's like just not having the gumption and the wherewithal and the desire to like get into something. So let's see what we have coming into this energy. We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I mean, so the Ten of Swords, something is over here, right? I mean, it's like something needed to be over, completion, you know, complete. But it's a painful ending. It definitely is. And it's kind of like hitting the rock bottom. You hit the rock bottom of a situation, of a relationship, of a job, of something like where you're just like, all right, you know what? I can't keep doing it like this anymore, kind of thing, right? But then we have the sun, right? So we have the sun coming in, which is about material happiness and this joyous outcome and success. So even if like, let's say if the ending was in a relationship, something else really wonderful is happening in your life. Or if the ending was in a job, there's something really beautiful that was coming in at the same time. So maybe not everything was, equally, how do I want to say this? Like there was this ending of something, but something good came out of it. Or something good, you're experiencing something really good in your life besides, is I think what I want to say. And then we have you right now, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So we have the Eight of Cups reverse here. So this is about fully learning from the past. For some of you, someone returning home. So you might be going back home. You might be leaving a relationship, going back home. Somebody who's been gone may be coming back home. This is you really, for many of you, it's accepting the end of a cycle the way it was and really allowing the energetic cords to be cut. I always think this is a very positive energy. I know a lot of readers think that this is negative. I don't agree. I just don't agree with that because it doesn't match even the astrology of it, because this is a Saturn and Pisces energy. Right? So it's like recognizing that even in the reverse, like something that you were putting your work into, you weren't reaching your goals and your wishes and what it was that you really wanted the way you were. So now there needed to be this change. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is coming in and sort of like changing things up, right? This is a Leo and Virgo energy, really getting in touch with your creativity. What is it that you really, really want, right? So I really like this because this indicates reliability, a reliable person, patience, hard work. So you can be the reliable person. I feel like you are because of the placement in the Celtic cross, but just really being in a space of being very willing to do what's necessary to make something work, right? But understanding that you have to do it differently than the way that you were doing it. Now, the energy that's external to you, that's impacting you, we have the Four of Swords and we have the King of Wands. So the Four of Swords energy is all about kind of right now just taking a rest and retreating. So you might just have this energy around you where you have this sense of renewal, you have this general sense of recovery, this general sense of solitude where it's going really well for you though, right? Because the Four of Swords, it is this Jupiter and Libra energy. And Jupiter expands whatever it's in, and Libra is about partnerships. It's ruled by Venus. So it's really getting in touch with what it is that you need to be the best version of yourself, but taking a moment to even figure out what that means, right? And then we have it working with the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is great. It's a Cancer and Leo energy. I really like this energy because it's a bold leader. It's power. It's being courageous, Aries, right? So I just get that this very healthy energy surrounding you right now. There's something in your life within your energy field that's motivating you right now. And you might be thinking about a bunch of different things, but something is motivating you right now to get very focused on putting your ducks in a row. Putting your ducks in a row. Throwing out the toxicity, the negative, no, I can't do it. Throwing out all of that stuff and really being very forward focused, which I really like for you. Now, your fear is the Lover's energy and the Magician. Okay, the Lovers is the need to make a choice about that relationship, that job, whatever the situation is. It's the need to make the decision that you need to work at something either with someone else. They have to be on the same page as you. So you may be concerned, are they going to show up? Are they going to be supportive in the way that I really need them to be? Can I be that for them? Am I going to be able to show up in the way that I need to show up in this marriage, in this relationship, in this job, in this friendship, this family connection, whatever it is? Getting very real though, and very I want to say down to earth. Even though the Magician is Mercury, Mercury is very air, right? It's air. Because it also rules Virgo and Virgo's earth, but because it rules the third and the sixth house. So the third house has to do with between the third and the sixth house, what are we talking about? Day-to-day work environment, people that you work with, your health, what it is that you need to learn. It has to do with your neighborhood. It has to do with your siblings, your extended family. These are things, though, within your immediate environment. Your immediate environment. And so you're needing to make a decision about how you're structuring your immediate environment. So some of you might be in the space of thinking about moving, or is this relationship going to work in my day-to-day? Is this job going to work out for me in my day-to-day? This could have to do with needing to make a decision having to do with the health regimen that you are involved in. But there's this need to make a choice that's not making you feel very comfortable, because it's in your fear, but it's also in your hope position. So it's like you hope, but you're afraid of it. So you want to make this decision, you want it to go really well, but it's like you're afraid that it's not going to go really well, which is understandable. Now, as the outcome energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Swords. We have two Knight here. So, and they're both reversed, but that's okay. So let's talk about the Knight of Swords first. So the Knight of Swords is saying that this could be a violent person, deliberate cruelty, somebody who's very manipulative, because it's swords is communication. So whenever we have them reversed, it could be very cruel with words, manipulative, lying through omission. It's like an argumentative type of energy. Okay, just keeping it real. Now, what might be argued about could be money, right? But this does indicate a stubborn person, somebody who's lazy, not working enough. Aries, this might be you, this might be your partner. There might be an argument about who's working more. There could be an argument within the workplace, who's carrying more of a load within the workplace. If you're in some sort of business connection, this could also have to do with a family connection, who's doing more for mom and dad. Maybe there are like ailing parents, or there's some sort of circumstance coming up with, with a family situation where, one sibling's like, what the hell, like, why am I having to carry all of this? And that kind of energy. But I do see that being a thing, right? That being definitely an argument. But it's an argument that in the near future, we do have Temperance. We have the Page of Cups first. So let's talk about this, right? Because the Page of Cups, this could be somebody who's very immature, a little bit of a bratty kid, right? Immaturity. This could indicate a breakup, a potential breakup, a communication about a breakup. This could also indicate dependence, right? Somebody being very dependent on somebody else, having to do with finances, having to do with just general dependence, right? But then we have Temperance, which is really, really good. Okay, we like the Temperance energy because this is Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity. But Temperance is about, what do you need? What do I need? What does the situation need? In other words, it's about balance and harmony and patience, self-control, moderation, right? And not being flippant with anything, really understanding level of responsibility, everybody. And I'm not saying this is you, your partner, your work environment, whatever, but everybody's got to put their big boy girl pants on and big boy pants on. Everybody's got to put their adult pants on here, right? Because when we have a Page of Cups reversed and then Temperance, it's like, okay, come on now, chop chop. We have to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing. Now, it doesn't mean that anybody's a bad person here per se. It's not about that. I just feel like somebody is very focused on what they want to do for their future, but what they want to do for their future here, whether it's you or somebody that you're dealing with, is not really going to serve the situation as a whole, ultimately. So that's what I see going on right now. And there being this realization that things do need to be handled in a different way. Which I think is ultimately a really, really good thing. It does seem like. Okay, so let's pull some Lenormand. Scathe, something is being cut out. A choice. A choice is being cut out. Beautiful. Okay, we like the lilies because the lilies indicate a message of appreciation. So there's some sort of support coming in. So this could be getting a message from a partner, an elder in your family. This could even be just something, getting some sort of support from an area that you're very much in need of support in right now. We have the clover, which is fabulous. It's about good luck. Okay, good. We got the birds here. I like okay. These birds, this says something, some good information, a good message is coming in via, now this could be from networking, social media, getting that job offer, something coming to you, but very serendipitously because we have the clover here. Yes, and it's going to really help you to feel very stable. I mean, this is very straightforward. So where you felt like there was choice, that choice is being eliminated. And that choice is being eliminated because it needs to be eliminated. So Aries, if it's you cutting this choice out, or if it's somebody that you're very close to energetically where they're showing up in your reading, there's choice being cut out here. It's like you can't, or they can't keep doing what they've been doing anymore. They can't. Somebody appreciates you, somebody really wants to support you and all of that, but this is about recognizing that you need to settle on something. But I see that once you lift that energetic block, or they do, to have the clover with the birds, then this is some really good news that's coming in that's going to really incite some stability with that anchor. So who doesn't love that? All right, cool. All right, good. So that's that. Now let's pull for a relationship. So we'll pull for, throw some astro dice. Okay, Virgo, Jupiter, Virgo, Capricorn, Jupiter, and the 4th house of home. Okay. Putting in the hard work to expand something within your home space. So that could be working on the relationship, working on that job to improve your family situation. Putting in the hard work to maybe expand your home, extend your home, move into a new home, buy a new home, sell a home, move. This could involve moving. But I like Jupiter in there is a nice energy to have in there. You're putting the work in and it's going really well. Even though Jupiter doesn't normally like hanging out with Capricorn, it's expanding it. So it means that you're really going to be very motivated to put in the work. And then we have Chiron, healing. Good. I like this. Healing powers, grows, amends, personal development. You're going to have some self-doubt, but there's going to be cleansing here. Really cleansing. And a softness to your pain, which I really like. So that's really good. Okay, let's pull one more astro card, and then this has to do with the relationship now. So now if you're not living with your person, that 4th house energy could be a metaphorical home space, right? Having to do with your safety, your foundation, what it makes you, for what you need to feel safe and secure within the relationship. 6th house, routine. So 6th house has to do with routine, but it's also a Virgo house ruled by Mercury. And this has to do with your day-to-day. It also has to do with your health, your mental, physical, and emotional health. So if you've been struggling with some sort of health issue within, when I say health issue within this relationship, has there been a lot of anxiety, depression, arguing, toxic behavior going back and forth between you guys, passive-aggressive stuff, deflection, gaslighting, anything like that, that's all considered unhealthy. And that's very much 6th house energy, because 6th house is our health, mental, physical, and emotional health. Okay. I need more time to figure things out, but I don't want to lose you. Somebody else got that. I messed up big time. This relationship makes me feel bad about myself. You're too hard on me. So somebody thinks you're too hard on them, or you feel like they're too hard on you. Either way. Okay, Island Time Wellness. Karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Date, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. Doing a lot of healing. It's a lot of healing with the 6th house. We got Chiron. There's healing here. Really putting in the work to understand what you need to feel grounded, safe, secure. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past. Learning from the past. Very interesting. Learning from the past. Meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, planning and setting a date. So I'm feeling like some of you may be stepping away while there's more time taken. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Express your love. This is very interesting what I'm getting. Hold on. Let me pull more card. Okay. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Yeah. Somebody needs more time. But I feel like somebody needs more time and somebody's going to be more expressive with maybe getting out there again. Then I feel it seems like somebody might be opening themselves up to date somebody new. But I think just to sort of meet somebody new and attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah. So I do feel like that. Somebody is letting go of a relationship and meeting somebody new. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that could be very literal for some of you. For others of you, it could just simply be your belief system and what it is that you believe to be the right way to be in relationship. Like what, you know, what do you need? Who needs to be what in this relationship kind of thing, right? So maybe you're coming out of a challenging situation and you're in this space where you're like, you know what? No. That's just simply like, I can't be the one doing all the work, or they can't be the one doing all the work, or whatever it is. Treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. Need to love others deeply. Treasure. Really understand what that is. That's actually very deep energy. It sounds kind of cheesy, but it's not. To treasure your loved ones. If you're in a relationship, why are you in it, right? Like, do you treasure this person? And if you don't really treasure them, that's something to look at. Like, so that indicates that there's something going on there, right? In the relationship that's maybe not, you know, the firmest foundation, indicating not the firmest foundation. Get to know each other. Learn to meet another's need for love. Wow. Learn to meet another's need for love. So this is like not so much about what do you need, but really recognizing what somebody else needs and treasuring them in the meantime. Lots of lessons that we'll learn here. I have to tell you, I feel like this is a couple of energies here. I feel like there was some challenges in a particular relationship where there's still an energetic cord. Somebody, if not both of you, are going to be meeting other people, at least for the time. Somebody needs more time. Somebody messed up. Somebody needs more time. Somebody doesn't feel good about being in this situation. And because they don't feel good, they want to feel good. So they're going out and they're going to express feelings for somebody else. But at the end of the day, it's almost like you want to be careful of not recreating the same scenario with just a different player, just a different energy, you know, because you need to understand the lessons that were meant to be learned in the first connection before you go meeting anybody else. As I do see a great focus on, I want to heal from this. This has not been good for me. I want to move on. But yet this energy is still sort of lingering on like the surface of your soul. And you really just want to get that soul sponge out and really kind of like clean off whatever's on there from when you guys were together. If you end up getting back together, great. There is still emotion here, but there's definitely not an energy that's ready for that right now. There does need to be some healing, and perhaps getting back out there for a little bit will either heal you and be a great thing and have you get involved with somebody else altogether, or it can make you realize, you know, that there is value in the connection that you share with this first person and that you guys want to work a little more diligently at that. So it's going to be something different for each of you, obviously, because it's a general reading. But that is what we have. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.